Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be taking a look at something really interesting I saw in the news this week about Korea and the way that they've been using their cinemas during this pandemic. If this is the first time you're seeing one of my videos, please make sure to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel. It's completely free, you can undo it at any given time. There are new videos coming every single week talking about weird and wonderful stuff that's happening with gaming, weird game reviews whenever I manage to finish one, and it's going to be a good time, so let's jump into it. Now, to anybody that's been alive over the last 12 months, I'm sure you would have heard about this tiny little pandemic that's going around spoiling everybody's fun. Now, one of the biggest things that's been hit, aside from our mental well-being and our diets, is probably going to be the film industry. Not many people are making films right now, and obviously that's going to cause some form of issue when it comes to cinema companies earning a little bit of that cash, dollar. But to put this into perspective, all capacities for cinema is currently cut in half due to restrictions. And this isn't even talking about all the people that are making the films and then releasing them straight onto streaming sites instead. This is obviously cutting out the middleman of the cinema, and cinema is losing quite a lot of money because of it. So if you want to do the maths, a ticket would usually cost around $9, but if the cinema has a capacity of 200 people, that's a potential $1,800 from a single viewing. Obviously, not all viewings are going to be completely packed out. If you cut this in half, that's only $900, and again, not always is it going to be a full cinema, or full to that half capacity, but that still doesn't seem so bad. But if there's no films coming out, then people will barely even make that. That's not counting the fact that there is most likely going to be a big dip in people who will feel comfortable about going to the cinema in the first place because of this pandemic that has scared everyone back into their houses. So if you're wondering what this has to do with games, don't worry, we are getting to that part. So, in order to try and save money, the cinemas decided that they were going to start closing on certain days of the week in order to try and save on some of their costs. This is a great idea from a money-saving aspect, and clearly it hasn't affected the general customer base too much, as, you know, they're not really having a chance to watch films anyway because none are being made. Before the pandemic had even started, you were allowed to rent out cinema screens so you could go and have private parties. This was mainly utilised by big companies doing office nights out, but it was quite expensive, so normal people were very, very unlikely to go and book out an entire screen to watch a film. Over in Korea this week, a company called CJV has decided that they're going to allow people to rent out their cinema screens to gamers. This is so they can have the experience of playing their own games with a huge screen and a cinema surround sound system. Now, this is a great thing for them to do. It's not going to make them the same amount of revenue if, say, they were trying to, I don't know, sell movie tickets like a cinema is supposed to do, but a small amount of income is better than no income at all. So with this, a total of 4 people can rent out a cinema screen for the price of $90 during the day and $135 in the evening for a grand total of 2 hours. Now, the reason we've got Halo running in the back here is because, well, to be honest, I'm just very old. I remember growing up and playing an awful lot of Halo on Couch Co-op with my friends, and as soon as I read about this article, it was the first game that I thought about playing on it. Imagine being able to do a 4-player split screen of the original Halo campaign with all of your friends and actually having a decent sized screen to play it on. So when I originally played the Halo trilogy on split screen, I was about 8 years old, and it was done on one of those 20-inch big fat silver TVs with a goddamn VHS player in the front of it. And that was difficult to say the least. Imagine being able to do that but with a real screen, it would be remarkable. Even now, playing on like a 32-inch TV or a 50-inch TV, I hate playing on split screen, and it's just because everything seems really distorted. But the idea that you're going to have your own screen, basically the same size, in a cinema with surround sound, it's incredible to think about. Obviously, with this offer, you'd need to provide your own console, games, and controllers, but you know, this goes hand in hand with the whole hands, face, space thing, because you don't want to be using stuff other people have touched. We're in a pandemic. Be smart. But this isn't a scheme that's going to make them a ton of money, but a little bit of income is always going to be better than none. In the UK, a similar scheme was made by Odeon at the tail end of 2020. This was called Big Screen Gaming. It had a similar price range, same rules, but sadly this scheme isn't currently operating due to the whole of the UK being in lockdown, but let's hope that when it all reopens, if all the restrictions and stuff stay the same, it's probably going to be fine and we can probably carry on with this scheme. And let's just hope that we can book out more than 2 hours, because I think it's probably going to take more than 2 hours to complete Halo 1. I just wanted to point out here as well, this guy has been shooting me with the turret the entire time we've been playing Firefight, and he was following me around, hitting me with a grab hammer. So as soon as I saw him jumping up and down, I thought that I really needed to get my revenge on him. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe for weekly videos, completely free. You can undo it at any time and it really helps me out a lot. Drop a like down below and let me know what you think of the video. Would you go to the cinema to play a game that you could otherwise play at home, or is it just a dead scheme that's not really going to go anywhere? Make sure you check out the Twitch, it's linked down below, and I'm live every Tuesday, Thursday and Sunday, 7 PM until 10 PM UK time, and I'll catch you on the next one. Take it easy, guys.